Hi, it's Rosie, my happy bubble again. So I've got a little girl puppy here. She's joined me this morning. I did manage to get around to rearranging the office a little bit, and last night I managed to do some exercise. My issue with exercise isn't doing the exercise. I mean, I used to always be doing the old fitness stuff, but a few accidents have meant that I didn't get back into it. And of course, last Easter when I nearly had my leg pulled off, it's been quite interesting when I've tried to exercise, and if I overdo things, it really hurts. It was not a pleasant experience. All I did was, get back into the treadmill and still walking really fast. And it hurt. It hurt all of the muscles that were pulled really badly. When I was dragged along the road by the rope, it just extended all of the muscles so much that they really hurt. And now when I do a lot of walking or whatever, it really, really hurts again. So I was expecting to wake up this morning in a lot of pain because I walked for some time. I didn't do a lot, but every second hurt. So I would have walked about 8 minutes just to get the routine back and to not overdo it. And this morning my leg's fine. I'm so pleased. It's awesome. It means that I can, reintroduce all of the exercise and build up my fitness that way again. So that's always a good thing. So if the zombies come, I might be able to walk very fast to get away from them. I really need to be able to climb trees or something though. I think that's and I need to do something about my arms. Those washerwoman arms, they're disgusting. So last night I had a very, very horrible experience, and I think we all need to have them. So I'm not sure if what the go is with mirrors and cameras, but on my mirrors I can see that I'm fat, and I can see there's fat rolls. That's not an issue. But you do the whole inspection, you just think, oh, that's a bit gross. But I can fix that. Not so yesterday when I thought I would test, because I've moved my desk away from the back wall behind me. I thought I'd just have a look to see what it looks like on the camera. And there it was. It was my beloved body, which, your body's your temple, and oh my God, have I, wrecked and ruined my temple. But it was not nice, and I keep trying to tell myself, oh, look, the camera does do weird things, and then I'm there, yeah, it doesn't do that much. It's let's face it, it's not a good look. So I did record. I took my head shot away from it because, my head's always on camera anyway, so that didn't matter. But I took some videos of what I've done to myself, which, I pretty much broke the chocolate cravings when I did the fast, and I'm pretty sure it's having the vitamin infusions really helped me break that thing. And I'm there, you know what, I can still do without chocolate. I'm pretty good, and I can still do without sugar. And I don't think there's enough alcohol in the world to make me think that my body's acceptable at the moment to myself. I have to confess, when I talk to people, I don't notice their weight. And, the ignorant comments will fly, that it's nothing but ignorance on my part. Not really notice the body in front of me. It's like, I think because I know that your weight is often a symptom of whatever's going on with you, whether it's you've had a horrible experience and you just want to hide behind your weight. It happens. I suggest that my body is just, a combination of all sorts of stuff with me. Most of it was, loving food much more than I love myself, which is still the case. I'm at the beginning of this journey, so I don't know. In 12 months' time, I could be 3 times the size I am now if I don't sort out how I feel about food and weight and exercise. And, at the moment, I'm terrified of exercise because I hate pain. So it's not that I don't want to exercise. It's not that I don't think it's important. It's I don't like pain. I don't want to be on painkillers. I just do what I do to avoid pain. And one of the reasons why I eat a lot of chocolate and that is because I like food and I know that I need to eat, but real food hurts going down a lot. It's, when you've had the kind of injury I've had and the surgeries I've had, you end up having a problem swallowing food. And it really annoys me that, eating a steak is not often a very nice experience. Sometimes even water hurts going down. So, chocolate never hurts going down. And it's like, what? So I have trouble drinking water sometimes. But, block of chocolate, not a problem. No pain. So being pain averse has been a driving factor for me for the last probably 15 years. It's a long time to be going, or I might not want to do that because, pain. So, I have to renegotiate my attitude to everything. And it's not my business to worry about other people. At the moment, I'm really proud of my daughter-in-law, who she started out just cutting out some of the foods because she realised that it was food making her feel horrible, and now she's dropping the weight like really, really fast, and she's working hard at it, and she is happier. And that's the bit that I notice, that she's much, much happier in herself. And that's great. And happy wife, happy life. That's good for my son. So it's all good. And of course, she's getting out of the risk categories as well. So it's all good. But I notice her attitude rather than just her weight. And I'm like that with most people. And to really offend everybody, I apologise, but when I talk to people, I actually don't notice your colour. I acknowledge it when I first meet you because everyone has a rich and diverse history, and, people that are obviously different to me, I wonder what your history is. But one of the things that you learn when you live in Australia is, someone who's of Chinese descent who looks, like they've just arrived on a boat, chances are their families were here well before mine. And it doesn't mean, they're an immigrant. It just means they're of Asian descent. And there's so much history in there. And they'll tell me what they want to tell me. And you know what? I've never ever disliked someone for their weight, their hair colour. I don't get the whole Ranger thing. For those of you who don't know, a Ranger is a red-headed person. I don't get it. Like sometimes I will say, look, I'll admit to being a racist because, hate Kiwis. But that's a joke. That's not, oh my God, New Zealanders, oh God, can't stand them. It's just a joke because, New Zealanders, they're so nice. Why would you just hate them because they're New Zealanders? It makes no sense. So I take people as I find them. So when I talk about my body being a bit horrible, it doesn't mean I think other fat people are horrible. It just means I don't like my body. And I think we've gotten to the stage where we watch our P's and Q's so much that we even get pulled up when we have conversations about ourselves. Like, oh, you can't say that. I mean, I don't like it when people say, oh, I'm such an idiot, or I'm so stupid, or all of that. Because, I'm very much into the you are what you think. And when you start really getting down on yourself, you probably create more problems. So for me, yesterday was very challenging. It's like, oh my God, what have I done? I mean, I know what I've done. I've acknowledged this my whole life, but I'm hoping it's just the blooming lens because it's not pretty. And I mean, when I meet people in the street, they all sort of think, well, I don't think you're fat. Whereas I'm obviously fat. So, maybe other people are exactly like me, which is as it should be. In my humble opinion, we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. We should take people as we find them and listen to them and watch where they're hiding the difficult stuff, because it's the difficult stuff that makes us difficult to live with. I mean, there's a reason why people get hangry. And it's like, we are what we are. And, we can't just get on with it all. So, anyway, I've started doing a lot more stuff, so that's pretty good. And it's not a forced thing. It's just naturally happening. I am taking the time to get stuff done, which, I think that's brilliant. Diet-wise, still not eating after 6, so it's definitely the timing of food. So I'll see how I go with that. As I say, I'm hoping to get the food balance so that I have the higher healthy fats and the lower bad carbs, and get a good balance on the protein. So rather than being gung-ho on, oh my God, I must, I introduce it gradually, and I watch what I eat most of the time. I think Headspace, I'm pretty sure that's the solution. And I could be wrong. Watch this space to see if Headspace works. So I'm not sure if you can see all of the pretties behind me, but I've made 2 shelves that are just for the pretties. It's like, no, I need a bit of space in there. So, working on the space. Anyway, I'm going to go because there's not really much to report. I'm refusing to step on the scales at the moment because, it's just refusing. Going to try and build up the exercise to something where it's going to be impactful. But I'm not going to push myself too hard, which may or may not be a good thing. I don't know. I think if I go too hard at it, I'll get in pain and then I'll get exercise resistant, and I can't afford that. And I mean, it's not like I sit on my ass all day, just a lot of the time, but I still, I still do exercises that are incidental. I'll do stretching exercises during breaks and that. So there's movement all day and I'm increasing it. So probably start doing some weights as well. I've set myself the goal of increasing flexibility, rebuilding muscles. I fancy the idea of actually being able to do a chin up on this piece of exercise equipment I've got, because I've never been able to do them. So this is something I've not lost. It's something that I've never had. And I'm thinking, in 18 months' time, I want to be fit enough to, maybe do one of those big walks for charity or something. I don't think I'll ever be a runner. I just don't have the build for it. Don't have the emotional energy for it. I think, running's for when something's chasing me. I want to be able to run, but I think that's more preservation so that I can get away from zombies. It's zombies I'm getting away from. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Shine those happy bubbles. Keep them nicely polished. Things are looking up around here. It's just got a more positive vibe. There's lots of election talk going on, so hopefully come the 22nd of May, we'll all be happy with the choices we've made, and we'll have an honest, hard-working government. We'll have a good mix of people in Parliament that actually look after us. It would be really nice to get politicians voted in that remember that they work for us and that look after our interests first, and that stop selling off assets to overseas interests for $1 a pop, because I would have bought it for $1. I would have given you $5 for it, but I wasn't offered the opportunity. No, let's flog off Australia to the lowest bidder, as long as it's not an Australian. That seems to be the go. And this is the reason I'm fat, because, oh my God, I get a little bit upset about certain things. I'll have to work on that one too, but future project. Off to shine my happy bubble and get some work done. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you later. See ya.